Aloha, I'm Dan. But, like the character Joey exclaims to Freak in the 1995 rollerblade and floppy disk extravaganza of a film, Hackers.
I need a handle, man. I mean, I don't have an identity until I have a handle.
So, round these parts, I go by breathing underwater. Since 2010, I've been in and out of the podcast game. I've recently been inspired to not only re-up and continue my previous podcasts, but to start a new one as well. To keep everything centralized and manageable, I've decided to consolidate old and new content into a single feed. So here's a little background on what's currently here and a heads up on what's to come. First, back in 2007, I met a creative soulmate, Jeremiah, while working together in Maryland, and we bonded instantly over a shared love of being creative and producing media. We started a band, but fate would soon take him to the Hawaiian island of Maui, where I would eventually move to as well in 2009. We continued our band, the Mobius Project, there, and we use it as a jumping-off point for other creative endeavors like art and writing. We also started a big picture music-related podcast dubbed Mobius Cast. But in 2011, fate had us part ways, and the band and related projects went into hibernation for a time. My creative impulses didn't settle down though, and later in 2011, I started Music Cast with my twin brother Dave and some occasional other longtime friends, which was more centralized around our love for heavy music. As much as we were enjoying the ride, by 2013, fate made me put that one on hold as well. Now, fast forward to 2016, where my brother and I got inspired to try our hands at the already oversaturated market of YouTube movie criticism. I really enjoyed that realm as well, but I quickly discovered that my life at that point was not conducive to the production aspects of videos like those. I was only able to edit and release about 2/3 of the content I filmed for that show before I had to decide to put that one to sleep as well. So now here we are at the tail end of 2021. Even though I haven't officially produced podcast content since 2013, you can see on my website, breathingunderwater.us, that I've never stopped creating various projects with various collaborators over the years. For instance, I reconnected with Jeremiah after we both left Maui and have been developing things ever since. Chris, a friend and collaborator on Mobius Cast and Music Cast, and I have continued to share a love of folklore and storytelling since we met back in high school. I've had so many ideas and creative impulses over the years that, try as fate does to suppress them, have continued to grow, evolve, and expand. Fate seems to be looking favorably upon me at this point in my creative journey, though, because it's led me back here to the realm of audio podcasting. I realize that this podcast feed is the ideal platform to not only host a library of relevant content that I've already produced, but to give a home to other ideas that have been threatening to burst out of my skull for years now. So, here's what this podcast is and will be moving forward. First, you'll find the original runs of Mobius Cast and Music Cast available by their respective original release dates. Next, I'll soon be releasing the audio from my YouTube film criticism show, which I'm now dubbing Movie Cast for this platform. Looking back, I realized I probably should have dubbed Music Cast Media Cast from the onset because my fellow hosts and I found it impossible to separate our love for music from movies. As you can hear in certain already released episodes of Music Cast, we broke the music format completely to discuss movies simply because we couldn't help ourselves. But that's all past content, so what's going to be new on here? Well, all of it turns out. Circling back to where this all started, Jeremiah and I will be continuing Mobius Cast, this time more focused on creativity in general and what kinds of things are inspiring us when we find the time to record an episode together. For myself, I continue to play in bands, listen to music, go to concerts, so Music Cast will continue to be the place for my friends, guests, and me to discuss our passions in that area. But to make sure our passions for film don't muddy the music waters, Movie Cast will be its own separate episode category for that medium of expression. In addition, Chris and I have decided to finally give a home to our shared love of a certain brand of Celtic folklore, so stay tuned for the long gestating Selkie Cast, where we'll use the shape-shifting seal lore as a launching pad for deep dives into storytelling, culture, and folklore evolution. On a personal note, I've never made any money doing this stuff, nor do I intend to unless the opportunity presents itself in an organic and not purely profit-driven way. I'm not interested right now in being beholden to monetization and sponsors and all that. I do this because I love it. I love exploring human expression, I love making things, I always have, and I love working with others that do as well. It's as simple as that. If you're listening to this, I just want to thank you for sharing this passion with me and my fellow creatives and for being on this journey with us. Jeremiah created the idea of the Mobius Project to signify that human expression is an endless stream of creativity and passion. When we create things and put them out there for others to enjoy and consume, we're naturally part of that ever-flowing Mobius of expression. See you out there.